Hi again, dear Alla. I will not be holding my horses, if you know what I mean. I will be frank to you and straight to you. Let's start from the contents, because speech number 6 is indeed the hardest of all, except for number 10. Number 10, because I think it's the most difficult one, because you have not only to appeal to the needs and emotions of the audience, but also to do it in a far-reaching way, to reach out to the hearts of the audience, and to make them do some noble actions and good things and good actions. And that is the main objective of the project. Let's see how you fare. I would say that first of all, what the most important thing that I loved about your presentation was the structure. The using of this brilliant opening followed by the brilliant ending. And I was really hoping during your speech that you will end the speech just where it started, with a conversation with your fiancée. And so it happened. So I'm really happy that you used that. You showed us that the topic of your speech is really relevant to us all, that it applies to everybody in every sphere of our life, even in some basic conversations with our partners. So I really loved that. So the topic was indeed concrete and useful to the whole of the audience. So basically, you had all the opportunity to appeal to the audience hearts. It was thoroughly researched. You had some creative diagrams and background information. So you had researched the project well. And you also gave us good advice on how to speak to people, and you demonstrated that by using that analytical social style with Igor, you managed to persuade them to buy BMW. So, and also you used great humor. I also like that in your speech. It's always a great thing to do. What I didn't like about your speech, about the contents of your speech, first of all, that you applied more information to the heart, not to the hearts of the audience, but to the minds of the audience. So basically, you had to not just to convince, but to inspire people to do some very noble things. And you were talking overly pragmatically. We were talking about how you can successfully communicate with people, not just how you can inspire people to do good things. I think that is what your speech was short of, about the aspirations that you give to people. Because as of now, we know the styles of some different people, and we know how to communicate with them, but how we can inspire them to do some very noble things. That is the answer that I didn't get. And also, what I didn't like is the matrix was too difficult to comprehend, to me personally. I don't know if it applies to the audience. Speaking about the delivery, I loved your vocal variety. I loved your body language. You were confident on the stage. You were natural on the stage. But also at the same time, I noticed that you had some really long pauses, as if struggling to remember what's next. Probably you remembered the script and you were trying to remember the exact next sentence. Probably that was the case, I don't know. But that made your speech sound less natural as it should have been. And also, I would suggest that when you're speaking about inspiration and trying to inspire people, you should not say such words and phrases as, I will tell you, I will give you advice. It's like you're imposing some information onto the audience. What I would recommend to you is to use such expressions as, let's us together think about this. Let's come to a conclusion. So you have to involve the audience, as if it's not your monologue, it's a dialogue with the audience, and you're reaching out to their hearts. Two more things. The use of the word bullshit by Igor was very apt to that particular situation. I think if I were in your shoes, I would have said precisely the same word to Alla's suggestion, but I think that wasn't very appropriate in this particular inspiration speech. Because if you're talking about inspiration and the first minute of your speech we're hearing such words as bullshit, that kind of diminishes your main idea. And also, your voice was dying out in the end of your speech, so everybody started clapping you as if you were leaving the stage, but you had still the beautiful ending. So basically, good idea for you not to give people clues as if you're stopping speaking, speaking, but to lead them with your voice to that ending. So you could have said, let's look at how this situation unfolded in the end. Overall, I think that was a well-prepared and a very good structured speech. You could have done better in terms of inspiring people, but overall, I commend your speech, and I think I wish you all the luck in your further speech on the advanced track. Thank you very much.